Hello again. Yes, review time. I said in my last video that I was going to review a certain toy, and I need to get this review out of the way because yesterday I bought something off eBay. Yes, can you say old gang Grail? So I got one of my Grail figures from the old gang. Bought it off eBay yesterday, off a fellow YouTuber, no doubt, one that is highly respected in the Transformers YouTube community. But more on that. I want to review that toy as soon as it comes in. But in the meantime, I have this thing here that I wanted to get out of the way, and it's a great little figure. And when I saw it, I just had to buy one because. It reminded me of that video that Figure Def did recently, where he was going on about figures that are from a continuity that you didn't follow or know nothing about, and they bring out a third-party representation of a character from that continuity, and you know absolutely zip all about the character, in the fiction. So it means absolutely nothing to you, and yet when you see the toy itself just exudes so much personality and character of its own that you just feel compelled to buy it. Well, this toy is one such toy, and I am of course referring to Matrix Monster MMS-01 Firey Dragon. Now, I've got him in his alt mode. It's a cube of a sort. This is how they come in the box. I mean, got the box here. It's very sturdy, very solid box. It has this plastic foamy stuff inside. You get some instructions, you get like a card, and it's all stuffed inside there. And that's the box. And then you get this thing, you get this little cube. Now, he also comes with a little stand. Now, some figures, third-party figures, do come with flight stands, which is a stand which you transparent plastic stand. You put it on, and it allows you to put your figure in it in some sort of aerial pose, and that's what this is. Now, this stand is twofold. When you get it, you see it's got this square recess here. The idea is you can then put your figure into it and have it displayed in the cube mode. So that's great. It also has, on the bottom, it has a little arm that you can unclip. It goes into the back, and then it's got a couple of joints. It's got a rotational joint there. It's got a diagonal rotation joint there. It's all kind of like ratcheted. That's ratcheted. That's ratcheted. And then you've got the arms that open out, and you've got like the grabby things in which go around the figure, and it holds it up. So that's a great little thing. It's the first. I think I got a stand with my KFC Haiku. I think he came with a stand as well. But this is another stand that I've got that could theoretically be used with other figures. But he came with this one. Anyway. The toy, it's this cube that's made up of. It's not a very successful cube because a cube should be, like that with nice flat sides. But this one doesn't. It's made up of all these angular pieces of plastic, all sort of scrunched together to form a kind of a cube shape. Kind of looks like, you get car crushers where they crush up a car and you get like a little block of mangled metal at the end of it. Well, that's basically what this looks like. So yeah, as an alt mode, it doesn't really do much. It's just an abstract shape. But I did buy it for the alt mode. No. I bought it for the other mode. Now, it does theoretically have 3 modes, this toy. This is its alt mode. There is an intermediate mode, which is kind of like the dragon with its claws folded up to act like legs. I haven't actually put this one in that mode yet. You have to reconfigure the wings in such a way to do it. Now, I bought this because mainly because of the aesthetic in its beast mode, which really speaks to me as something that I really want to have, and that's why I bought it. Now, transformation, it's basically just folded up. The wings are a little bit tricky to get into position. There is instructions for it. Me being me, I just like to play with it and figure it out for myself. But anyway, let's get started. So first of all, you've got the wings on these big brown bits that are ratcheted, and then fold them back, and you're starting to get something coming out there. So you have the tail, which you can then pull down, and then you pull down the legs and open out the claws. The legs are on little ratcheted joints, so they can go sideways a bit like that. The tail's got a number of sort of soft ratchety joints on it. The final joint is a friction joint, and it's a little bit loose on this guy, but apart from that it's not too bad. And then you've got the head which you can pull forward, and then it's just a case of repositioning the wings. Now they open out like that, and then you fold them round, and you're starting to get something now. So the wings, there's a load of foldy joints in here. I think that's how you do it, like that. I'm not sure these. And then do it again. Fold that out, fold. Fold that round, that slots into there, and that folds back onto there. And there we pretty much have him. Fiery Dragon in his dragon mode. Now, he does have quite a lot of joints, most notably these wing joints, which, as you can see, they're ratcheted there and they're ratcheted there. So they can go up and down, and then they can twist backwards and forwards. And then you've got the foldy joint there. And his tail has got a bit of a twisty joint there, and it's got a number of joints, little ratchety joints. You can fold it backwards and forwards. The legs, a soft ratchet there, got a little bit of a ratchet there, got a joint there, and you've got articulated toes or talons. And then we get to the head. Now, the head is part of the reason why I went for this, because that face has just got so much personality. It's got this big brown chunk on top of his head, and then you've got these big round eyes sort of peering out from underneath it. He's got a little bit of a goatee, and I think that aesthetically, this thing is a cross between a Digimon and a Zoid. Because that face, the character in that face, that's just, to me, it's a Digimon. I mean, here's a plush Gomamon, but yeah, it reminds me of a Digimon. If they did a mechanical dragon Digimon, it'd look exactly like this. And then the actual aesthetic, the mechanical aesthetic on this guy is very much like a Zoid. I mean, you've got all these little sort of roundy things here with these two little grooves on, and he's all over this toy. Hasn't actually got any screw holes in this. I haven't seen any screw holes or how it screws together. I assume it's clipped and glued together, but there's no visible screw holes. Other articulation on the head. Head turns from side to side. It's got an up and down there, and you can open the jaw. But it's got an interesting thing. If you watch his eyebrows when I open the jaw, he's got like little articulated eyebrows, which is really cool. And inside his mouth, he's got like a little pink tongue and a flamethrower. So yeah, Fiery Dragon. He just looks awesome. I love this thing. Size comparison. I forgot to do the size comparison with the cube. I was gonna. Well, in cube mode, he's about as big as this thing. About same size. Ouya Games console. So that's how big he is in cube mode, and that's how he opens out into his robot mode. Size comparison. Here he is. Next to Combiner Wars figure. It's got quite a wingspan. You can stretch the wings out so far. But I love this thing. Cost me about 40 odd quid off eBay. Now this comes from a series, from what I can tell. This Matrix Monster. This is the first figure from what I believe is a series of figures that are coming out for this line. When you buy the figure, it comes with a QTR code on the back of the box, and if you scan it with a QTR scanner, it gives you a link to a website that you go to and then download an app. It's an Android app for Android phones, and you get a little game for your phone. Now, I downloaded this file, and I had a bit of bother downloading it. First time I tried to do it, I had to download a QTR code onto my phone, a QTR scanner, and it scanned the code, and then this little message pops up saying, this file might do harm to your phone. Do you wish to continue, yes or no? And I said continue, and it was about a 43 megabyte file to download, but it took a dog's age to download. It took about 20 minutes to download. It was really, really slow. And when it got to the end, 100% downloaded, it still was spinning its wheels saying, oh, I haven't completed the download yet. I'm still going, still processing, and it would not accept the download. So I carried on for about another 7 minutes, and then I just give up and cancelled it and said, right, no, I ain't bothering with that anymore. But then a day or so later, I came back to it and tried again. And in order to get it to download, I had to go into the phone settings and deactivate some of the security protocols in order to get it to download, which was highly dodgy. But anyway, I eventually managed to get it to download. And what it is, it's a little virtual pet game. And let's just get out of that for a second. You get this title screen, then you click on there, click on there, and then you get Fiery Dragon. You can do little things, get him to come towards you. The camera is a bit of a pain to navigate on this thing. And you can do a number of features. Get him to play dead. Get him to breathe fire. And then he can do a fire attack even though he's facing the wrong way. And you can feed him and all that stuff. It's just a virtual pet game. Very limited in the scope of things that it can actually do. But I suppose it's alright for free. As far as I know, there's no microtransactions on this. I haven't seen any. But all the options are in Japanese, so I can't understand what any of the things do on it. So yeah. There's this little app that goes with it. It's great, it's cool, but that's not why I bought it. I bought it for this guy. And I love him, he's great. It's not really a proper transformer. I mean, it just sort of scrunches up into a cube. But as a toy collector, I can appreciate this thing for what it is. The aesthetic on it just really works for me. I love the colours, the orange. I mean, I'm all about orange, as you probably know. Orange, white, and this sort of dark chocolatey brown colour. Again, no screws. I can't see any screws on him. He's got, quite a lot of joints. He's reasonably posable. Yeah, it's a great thing, a great figure, and something different, a departure from the norm. And I like buying things that are a bit oddball, and this thing definitely works. There's hardly any video reviews of this guy on YouTube that I've noticed. There's a couple. I think one of them was done by the firm that actually made these, but they're mostly in Japanese. So I'm the first English-speaking Western reviewer of this toy. But it's a great little figure, and I love it. And yeah, I needed to do the review of this and get it out of the way for what's coming next week. But yeah, Fiery Dragon. He's cool. He just looks awesome. I really like him. Wicked. So yeah, that was that. Just needed to get that out of the way. While I was preparing to do this video, a little package came through the door. Now, I don't do unboxings at the moment because I've sort of spat my dummy out about it. But yeah, I might as well, seeing as I'm filming anyway, I might as well open it on camera. So let's have a look what it is. I know what this is anyway. Obviously it's a comic. Come on. More Than Meets the Eye issue 50, Dying of the Light. Yeah, there we go. I've got issue 50 of Transformers as well. They're a double issue. They're like it's a double issue. It's quite thick. It's got a lot of pages. Hence the reason why it's more expensive. It's $7.99 instead of $4.99. But yeah, I will be studying that a bit later. And that's all I've got to say for today. Like I said, there will be a figure arriving next week, one which I'm very, very much looking forward to getting hold of, because it's an old gang bot, it's a grail, and the situation in buying it was quite extraordinary. So yeah, really, really looking forward to that coming. But for now, I just wanted to get Fiery Dragon done and dusted. So, that's been me, TFR Wilderness. This guy's Fiery Dragon, and I hope you'll join me next time. Ta-da.